Well, good afternoon. It's Sunday the 3rd of October. This is was meant to be a recording taken on the anniversary of us moving here to Foel Fawr, but unfortunately the weather has really prevented us doing any filming outside. This morning was unbelievable. The last couple of days the weather has been truly diabolical. I'm surprised this morning that things have brightened up, but here we are. It's not a bad afternoon. What I wanted to do in this video was to review what we've done here. This isn't going to be a particularly exciting video. It's more really a record for my own benefit as much as anything as to what's gone on here and how far we've come. It's easy when you've got a load of big jobs up ahead of you to lose track of where you've come from. So the purpose of this video is to try and just look back a bit at what we've come camera, and we'll make a start. I'm down here in Dingley Dell, and we more or less finished the barbecue now. Just got to put the doors on. We've got the electric that we had laid on, mainly to provide electric for the caravan and for whatever we fancied doing down here in Dingley Dell. We had the car park dug out and stoned, which is what we have here, and of course we had the gate put up, the electric gate. We had the turnaround widened so that we could get some larger vehicles on. And one of the things that has changed is that as we now are in the autumn stroke winter, we are allowed to do some work on the fields within the RSPB reserve. So we have one of our fields there that I've cleared, and I'll just walk out down the lane, try and do it fairly briskly because I don't want to make this drag on too long. And we come to another of our fields, just coming up on the right here. We suspected that there was a building within this field because there's clearly a gateway here and the old iron gate there. And when I cleared this field, we found that we actually had another house on the property. So we've got another ruined cottage up on the top of the bank there. Moving on, we have another area that I've cleared. I'm trying to salvage all the gorse now because it works so well on the fire. So here's one of the gorse stashes, and another of the fields here. Nice little one this. Haven't quite finished clearing that yet. There's another couple of hours work in that. And then the big field, which is here and stretches all the way up to our neighbour's house at Foel. So these fields that I've just looked at here are all in the bird reserve and as such are out of bounds. Coming through the hangman's gate, I hope this wind noise isn't going to be a problem. I didn't bring out anything to keep the microphone covered. We have the cheese wedge, which is greening over nicely. That was all overgrown, of course. Bit of a rock garden here on the upper side of the cheese wedge. Then into what we call the campsite. Really pleased with the way that's greened over. A little bit left to go, but no, we're leaving that now. I won't be doing any more cutting on that. Bluebell wood, which I've trimmed up a bit. The palatial dwelling out here does have mains electric. And then coming through from the campsite field, once again into the ground source heat pump. This is the biggest project that we've undertaken here. It's not complete, I'll come to that later on, but this field here, we cleared all the undergrowth and then we dug the trenches in the field into which the flow and return pipes, the ground source, they come up and meet underneath here and then go off round this wall and round to the back of the house. So here we are once again back at the front of the house. No work done on the cottage. We shifted our priority from getting the cottage up and running as a let and focusing on the house itself. Come back the cottage garden, complete with Stonehenge that was dragged up out of the ground source field, and the cottage field. Now, I covered really everything I wanted to do on this in Foel Fawr, so we're not going to go down in there. You can look that one up if you really have got nothing better to do. Makes a change to do a Foel Fawr video without there being any washing on the line. We cleared a load of bushes from against the orchard garden, and again, some people will recognise this. We cleared a lot of the bushes from around the back in the back garden. The pump house, that's appeared in other videos. That was custom made to incorporate the heat pump. We have the heat pump with the hot water tank on this side, and the pH balancer. So all of that is operational, albeit just providing us with hot water at the moment. We haven't got the underfloor in. We had the back of the house was all dug up with the concrete and the paving slabs. The drains were lowered and extended, so we now have drains that go the full length of the house should we wish to put an ensuite, or when we get round to putting an ensuite into the end of the house here. Other things, just for the record, all the gutters were renewed on my own fair hand, and here we are again back at the turnaround. I'll go round the back of the property because there's a little bit been done here. The back of the workshop coming into shot on the right, and all the undergrowth cleared out around the back. One of the other ruined cottages there in the corner, which I know has appeared on the videos before. So that's a rapid run around the outside of the property. I think I've taken in the main features. Oh, I know what I'll do, because when we found, or rather when we cleared the field at the back, I'm just heading up into the one nearest to the house now. We found that there was a rather nice view, which, sorry, out of breath slugging up here, which had been unavailable, shall we say, because of the undergrowth. But if I stand here and look down, you can see back of Bluebell Wood, the fields below the house, the cottage at the back there, and the top of the workshop. So not a bad shot of the entire property there. That was worth it, wasn't it? Don't know what we're going to do with these fields. Probably nothing. So quickly, I think what I'll do is just go round back through the main gate, and look at a little bit of what's inside. We are essentially living in the conservatory. The lounge, which now has some of the bedroom furniture in it, for reasons we'll come to in a minute. So very habitable in here, I'm glad to say. And spare bedroom number 1, which is very habitable. This is the Anfield suite. I may have shown this before. Just there's Bill on the wall, Stephen Gerrard and Phil Thompson there. And in case you don't realise where you are, oh, it doesn't show up in the dark. And the third bedroom, which is definitely work in progress, as you can see. Let's run back through the lounge. Kitchen is floor is up, but other than that, no great changes in here. The hallway, where guess what, the floor is up and the walls are off. We will be keeping the stone wall exposed as much as we can. The bathroom, which is as it was when we bought the place, except the floor is up, and we put a new toilet in, and no house should be without one. And then we come to the main bedroom, which has been stripped down to the stonework, and we have all the new stainless steel stud-work in the walls, insulation board, it's plastered, and we have a little bit of the floor down at the moment. The steel, the foil backed underlay with the grooves in it is where the underfloor heating will be going. Next phase is to get some self-leveling compound down on the hallway and the bathroom and hopefully the kitchen, get the walls built, and then get the heating running in this end of the house. Okay, back through. Sorry, I left it on Radio 5 when I went out. So, let's see if I can get the camera back on me. Let's go back down where we finished the last video off, I think. Let's go back down into Dingledell, and I'll just finish this off. As I said, or I think I said in my opening, this is as much just a record for my own benefit as much as anything, although I hope you'll find some interest in it. We have achieved an enormous amount in 12 months. We've still got a long way to go. It is a bit grand designy in some respects, but unlike most of the people who appear on that programme, we have managed to stay within our budget, which is a relief, and let's hope that we can carry on that way. I'll continue to post these videos up, and hope that some of you find something interesting in them. I know that our previous owner, who we still keep in contact with, I won't mention them by name, seeing as this is going up on YouTube, but I hope you're pleased with what you see, and that you're pleased with the way that we've managed it and the way that we are developing stroke restoring the property, however you'd like to consider it. And for the rest of you, well, I just hope you enjoyed it. Maybe we'll see some of you up here sometime. Okay, bye for now.